Today we are going to rate every recovery tool we could possibly find. To recover means to return to a normal state of mind, health or strength. And majority of the people who train a lot think that they overtrain themselves, but reality is they more likely under-recover. So none of these companies has sponsored the video or channel, so I will give you my honest opinion about everything that you can see here. So if you're looking for a particular recovery tool, just look for the chapter marker. Okay, let's start. And the first one is a rubber band. This one doesn't work pretty well. And I actually torn it right now. I don't think that it's actually recovered.
It's not made for that.
I don't think that it's made for that. I just said that I'm not biased towards any company, but I had a Grip Genie recovery stretching rubber bands, and they're a little bit wider than this one. It's very good for climbers and for people who squeeze a lot. It's just a rubber band that you can use to train your extensors.
So how does this exactly fall under the category of a recovery tool then?
So when you work on one side, you get stronger at one side and you create imbalance, which shift you from the health state. And to get back on the state of health, you have to work on other side. We not open our fingers with tension much often because there is no situation when you actually do it. Yeah, so to train it, you can use these simple rubber bands. And again, I'm not even sure that it's made for this. I think it's just someone's rubber band I found here. The same concept. When you put your hands there and like just squeeze and open, squeeze and open.
What are you doing under there? I can't see.
Like this. It actually feels nice. I would give this recovery tool like 5 stars. I had a full set of these rubber bands, but I lost it. And you lost things only when you use them. I think out of everything that we have here, which one will be the best?
You don't actually need a tool to utilize this recovery technique, and I think it's the best one ever for many reasons. But we could actually use any sort of flat surface. I can't use a chair, but flat surfaces work really well. Mm-hmm. You go like this, and you just.
It was a very funny way to say that. The sleep.
Sleep, man. Sleep is extremely important. I heard, you might need to do a fact check on this, that LeBron James sleeps like 12 hours a day. I would actually believe it, because when you work that hard, you need to go into recovery mode. It's a lot of deep sleep. I usually look at my Fitbit to see what kind of sleep that I got the next morning. But yeah, sleep helps an immense amount. If you sleep, then you'll definitely recover a lot faster. 10 stars.
10 stars?
10 stars out of 5.
Okay. I think I saw this one in a Walmart or something, in a like massage recovery thing. It's bending, so you can put like so much pressure that I would love to. You buy these things, use it twice, and it's just collecting dust.
How many stars?
3, just because when you actually use it on hamstrings, it feels so nice. It feels nice, but if someone do it to you, it's like it feels way more better.
Isn't that always the case?
What? It's always the case. So that's why it's 3 stars.
There's all sorts of different kinds of foam rollers. What I found the best foam roller is just, and they're not sponsored, but the simple Amazon Basics ones. They're super cheap. They don't have all these fancy little ribs and stuff. Some people like them, I don't. This creates a consistent amount of pressure on whatever part you're using it on. And you don't have to worry about accidentally going too hard. A lot of people, when they foam roll, they go too hard. And some of these fancy ones with the extra little things on them make it inconsistent pressure. So I don't like it. Some people know how to use it well. I like these better. Just nice and gentle, roll it out. Oh, it's cracked. It's cracking. When you foam roll, you always want to go gentle. There's all different ways to do it. I'm not here to train you how to do a foam roller. I'm just here to talk about what I think the score should be. As a recovery tool, out of 5, I get this as solid 4, not just a 4, but like a solid 4.
Solid 4?
I actually don't use it as much anymore because my back's not as messed up. But when I do use it, it's every day.
Really?
Yeah, when I do use it. It's a good way to start the morning, just get everything moving. When your spine's in alignment, just things work better. But here's the thing. Here's another foam roller.
This is fancy one.
Extremely fancy one. Viper.
It's like cost like an airplane, right?
Yeah, it's like $180 or something. Well, that's what it started. I got it when it first came out because I thought it was like the coolest thing. And it turns out I rarely use it. I use this guy a lot more. It adds an interesting dynamic. It gets a little bit more blood flow. So it has a purpose. But at the same time, it shakes my whole house.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I have a house that's not on a slat. It's on kind of stilts. Anywhere on that side of the house, the whole house just it's crazy. But since this is a concrete floor,
yeah.
it shouldn't be that bad. Well, look at it. It has a mind of its own. All right, let's actually use it. Oh. So it definitely gets the blood flowing, but I can't give this less than a 4 because you could use it as an actual foam roller, but the price does bring it down. I don't know. It's a regular 4. It's not a solid 4. And if I was allowed to say, if this didn't exist, I would say this is only like a 3. But because I said this is a 4, I can't give this less than a 4.
Okay. So next one is kind of related. I think it's the same company, Hyperice. It's basically big lacrosse ball with a vibrator inside, and it has like kind of 3 modes.
Ooh, and it has lights.
And it has lights, but it doesn't feel that vibration does much. And I'm not a very sensitive person, so I basically don't feel it. So for me, it's just very fancy lacrosse ball. Yeah, lacrosse ball by itself, like $2.99 at Dick's Sport Good. Very good recovery tool for climbers or for people with shoulder problems. It's very good for recovery for after shoulder surgery. I think you have a couple, right?
Yeah, it actually saved me after my most recent surgery.
Yeah, you want to show? Because
sure.
Again, I bought it like, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, used it twice.
So what would you rate it?
This is trash, this is 0. Lacrosse ball probably, you know what nice? Every time when you go in the house and you see it like hanging out on the floor, you do like this. You know, like this is nice. Okay, like 3.5 stars.
Okay, I'll tell you why it's 5 stars for me. After my most recent shoulder surgery, because I've had 4, I had a range of motion issue. I just couldn't get it past a certain angle, and no matter how much I went to the physical therapist, it wasn't really helping. Then he suggested I grab one of these, getting it into a spot where the tension was, and I just kept on rolling and putting pressure on it, and eventually it was the only thing that was able to unlock my shoulder. So because of that, I'm able to almost fully open my shoulder after the surgery. So I'd give it a 5. So I think everyone would have different ratings on pretty much any device.
Yeah.
But these are our opinions.
Also, here we have 2 little balls, just a golf ball, and I heard this is sometimes cool for recovery.
So you're not allowed to rank it then?
Yeah, I can't rank it because I have no experience. Did you try it?
No.
No? Okay. And this one is for climbers' recovery from the injury. It's like squishy thing.
Pinky.
Yeah, I think it's not only recovery stuff, but it's also like stress relieving. You just squeeze it all the time.
Like a fidget spinner for climbers.
Yeah, I would give it like 4 stars. Yeah. Let's go to the big boys here. This is like $350. Do you remember?
That's what it originally was. I think it's a little less now.
Yeah, there was original $350.
But they have all these different China brands, like this one.
This one is like
Costco sells one now too.
Yeah,
they're all pretty decent.
it was like $350 for that thing.
Mm-hmm. So look how quiet this one is. It's also not as strong, but it works
Can you stop
perfectly
it?
well.
Oh yeah, you can.
Did you just break it?
No, I just
Did you just turn it off?
I just stop it like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it turned off.
I usually don't put that much pressure on it though.
So Hypervolt, after a couple months of use, it starts making noise. Can you hear? It's not as...
Ooh, mine doesn't sound like that.
Yours doesn't. Yeah, mine does the sound. So, you ready?
You could stop any of them because you're so strong.
Yeah. I think this is very relatable tool. You can rely on very much. Yeah, I was kind of pampered when I was a gymnast in college. I would go do recovery all the time, and it was part of the training. I'd get 45 minutes to an hour of specialized soft tissue release and all these other things almost every day. These things, absolutely essential for high performance athletes. The only reason I like this a little bit better is because you could change the heads. But I usually only use 1 or 2 heads anyway, so this one's good enough for travel.
regular, both get 5 stars, absolutely.
Even with the price, yes. Also here we have one more vibrating station. Warm up and increase the blood circulation. So it's basically a huge vibrator. Let's go all the way up.
G factor 8. Start. Do you feel it?
It feels nice, yeah. That actually feels nice, but I think it's not much as a recovery tool. It's more like a recovery machine or warm-up machine. It does vibrate and it does feel good.
Supposedly all the NBA stars and NFL players use it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fancy. I would give it like solid 3 because it feels nice, and I actually like didn't feel that it's kind of changed my performance or helped me warm up better, but it just feels nice, you know.
Okay, I've seen a lot of cupping devices. I haven't seen these. They look pretty interesting. Very,
Really?
very low tech, but I'd imagine that they work. Then there's this little cupping device that looks super high fit. All the fancy things haven't really been getting high ratings lately. This is actually called Recover Fun.
Recover fun?
It makes recovery fun.
This cup used to be clear. Yeah, so you see how yellow it is. It's been like
Does that mean it's dirty or that it's just
no,
old
it's like
and-
from the sun, and it's from the time and from oil. And I use this in the sauna. So when you get sweaty, I usually like pump like this and just do massage. But you cannot do it like on the. Do we have some? Oh, we have some. So usually I use this one in the sauna after climbing, and you just suck it in and just do like this. Like a massage. I think girls like to do it on their thighs and hamstrings.
Ooh, that feels weird. I need to get myself one of these. How much do they cost?
I bought this one for like 25 cents.
That's awesome. You should probably link to this, even though you're not sponsoring them.
It was not this country though.
Oh, okay. This country, they're probably like $20.
Yeah. Yeah. So I lost this one and I bought this one, and I was thinking that it will be even better, but I think the rubber here is like a little bit softer, so it doesn't perform well. So this is probably trash for recovery in this case.
And then you found it, or did
Yeah.
you buy another one?
No, I found it.
Yay.
I would give this solid
Nice.
4 stars just because it's super cheap and it's actually super handy. Also, I got this guy here just for demonstration. You just put it here.
Ooh, look at that.
It sucked pretty well, right? And this is only first level out of 5. Like
Wait, it keeps on making noise.
it sucked in and
Oh,
kind
it's
of
in and
released
out.
it. Mhm.
So it kind of brings the blood in, and then
Strength level. Let's do maximum.
it looks like it might come with an app. Does it come with an app? Or
I
at,
have
least,
no
at least
idea.
instructions, because you could probably hurt yourself if you do it wrong.
Oh no, there's extraction. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for cupping, usually you have like 10, 20 cups. Can you buy like 10, 20 of these, or does that get
And put on
super
the
expensive? I never cupped anyone before.
Now you're professional cupper.
Yes.
You see, you never cup anybody, and now you're professional cupper. Does it suck?
The red light just makes it so much worse. It looks so much worse.
Why is red light?
Is it part of red light therapy, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
What would you rate this then?
I would give it solid 4 again, just because by itself it works so good. But cupping, I think it's something that needs to be done like same time on the same like different areas. So you kind of need like a couple of those. I believe it's around $120, something like this. So
Mhm.
if you buy, for example, 6, it's already like $700. Look, I'm flexing over there.
All right, yeah, we just took it off. That's pretty serious.
Yeah, so it is strong for such a small device. It's actually very strong. Do you use cupping as a recovery a lot?
I started to use it recently when Tristan offered to do it for me when I hurt my back, and it was amazing.
Really?
It worked
Okay.
really well.
So cupping is a good recovery tool.
Cupping is a very good recovery tool.
Okay, so red light therapy.
Yeah, you had a red light on that, and maybe it's for red light therapy, maybe not. There's many different kinds of red light therapy. There is infrared and regular red. This one is just regular red because you could kind of see it. Yeah. but it's also infrared, I think, and you're supposed to be wearing these glasses, safety first. So apparently, you're supposed to put this on some area that needs recovery or muscle repair or tendon repair or anything, and just hold it there. And hold it there for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. And it gets really boring and you don't feel anything. And I'm just wondering if it actually does anything. I've never had the patience to actually be able to try it enough to rate it. So I'm not going to rate it. But theoretically, what it does is it gives energy to the mitochondria because the mitochondria absorb infrared and red spectrum light. And it allows them to do all the repair that they need to do. In theory, it works really well and should get 5 stars. But I don't know, maybe. Maybe in reality, because it's so boring and I don't feel the results and it's hard to actually measure results, I'd probably have to give it a 2. Some of your viewers are going to have comments on this, so we'll see what they have to say. You're really close to my face. Are you like?
I mean, again, recovery is something that's so hard to measure.
Not only is it hard to measure, but there's just so many options. That's why you gotta find something that you could do consistently that you could at least be confident works.
Yes, and we're talking not about the recovery quality, we're talking about tool quality, right? And I think I bought it in Walmart like for a couple bucks. Also I did like this scraping and you can hear sometimes like
always scrape toward the heart.
Yeah, toward the heart. Not this is bad for your veins.
And capillaries.
Yeah.
Anytime I put my hand down like on the pommel horse and going like this, intense amount of pain going all up here. And the only thing that would help is something similar to this, scraping the crap out of it. And what it does is it breaks up all the scar tissue and allows it to regrow in the right position. If it is actually a splint, like a forearm splint or a shin splint, what it does just before you go is it brings a lot of endorphins and adrenaline and you don't feel it as much. So I would have this done by a professional just before a competition and it wouldn't hurt, but then it would hurt a lot later. I would give this a huge score. The only reason I'm not giving it a 5 is that you always have to have gel with it. If you don't have the gel...
No, just get it sweat a little bit. And be gross. Or spit on it.
No, I would give it a 5 if it had some sort of like self lubrication.
We usually use this for warm up.
I use it before competitions because it's a really good burn that doesn't actually
pump you out.
It doesn't pump you out. It doesn't deteriorate the muscles. It doesn't give you micro tears, but it does get the blood flow really well. And you do this in combination with muscle flossing, which I guess we could talk about soon. Great recovery and a great pre-workout in order to be healthy during the workout. Powerball is what a lot of companies call it. This particular Dynaflex, and there's all sorts of different powers in the name of all of them. All it is a gyroscope. This is one of my go-tos, so I have to give all my go-tos a 5 because if I actually do it, I feel that it works enough for it to matter, and then those all get 5 stars from me. Disco Tendon. 5.0.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is something when you come to visit your friend in the house and you see the thing, it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's for your back. And you do like this. It's like, oh, it feels so nice. Then you buy it, leave it, and never touch it again. Some tools are actually very good tools, but for some reason, maybe we are bad at recovery. But by itself, it's very nice, creative design because you have like those like for your neck, for your probably lower back. Basically can do all the function that lacrosse ball can do. You know, you can find the spots and kind of press.
You get a lot more torque on it too.
Yeah.
A lot more pressure.
And more controlled. I think it's a little bit bulky. I don't think that you can get it in your backpacking trip. Idea is great. Idea is 5, but the realization is like, I don't know. Again, I bought it. I really invest in your company, but I never use it. I think my recovery routine depends on what my next goal is. So if my next goal is, I don't know, like backflip and my knees hurt, so I probably will take care of my knees.
Especially when you're not doing the same thing over and over, you do all sorts of different activities.
Yeah. I kind of like set up small goals. This one looks like a torture machine, and I don't even know what's the name of it. But this is pretty much the same concept. You find the trigger point when you feel like pain and there's a tension you kind of feel.
Is it for climbers? Is it for...
I think, yeah, it's like more likely for forearms, for arm wrestlers maybe. For climbers, everybody who uses forearms a lot. It feels nice.
So are you allowed to rate it?
No, I never use it. It's not mine.
All right. If you had, what would your intuition be?
It looks kind of cool.
What would you rank it if you were allowed to? This ranking doesn't count, but what would you give it?
I mean, definitely 5 stars for design. But no, I think it's, yeah.
Next, we have muscle flossing. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but what I'm told is that it gives you sort of a pseudo pump to get the blood flowing and to open up all the little capillaries to allow you to have a good workout. So it's more like a pre-workout recovery, return you to good health while working out sort of thing. So what you do is you tighten it on, wrap it on, just like scraping toward the heart. You don't want it to be too tight, but I think you're supposed to stretch it like, I don't know, 2/3. If you wrap your forearm, you're supposed to use the forearm, and you basically do it until it feels like you get pumped, but then you take it off. It's like, oh, I didn't really get pumped. So it flosses the muscles, whatever that means. I usually put it on my forearm while I'm doing the power ball that I just showed you, and together it works really well. It warms me up. I'm ready to go. Recovery is a return to a state of good health, and if you're not in the best place to work out, it puts you in a good place of health to be able to work out. It warms you up without having to put as much time into it. I don't know how or why, but anecdotally I heard that it works really well for recovering from sprained ankles. It works for like a compression sock. So you could, obviously, I don't have a sprained ankle right now, but you'd wrap it around your ankle.
Yeah, for clear of experiment, we have to roll your ankle.
Oh no, don't want to do that. So basically, let's pretend I actually wrap this properly. It's compression, which is good for recovery, and also you could move it around, which I don't know how or why it works, but supposedly you heal a lot faster sprained ankle. I think David Campbell used that technique and did really well after competing like 2 weeks after a horribly sprained ankle. But based on my own experience, I give it a solid 3.5. It's just annoying to have to bring everywhere. I use it for other purposes. So if you expand the rating to be allowed to use it for internal external rotation, shoulder rehab, and all that stuff, I'd have to give it 5 stars because it's very versatile. You can do lots with it.
Yep,
You can treat it like a TheraBand.
You should consult with physician before doing sauna though.
When do you use sauna?
After workout.
After workout?
Yeah, some people use sauna for warm up, but
Doing jumping jacks?
yeah, I think it's not very respectful to others because you make sauna smell like a gym. You have to go to shower first and then go to sauna. Anyway, sauna 5 stars. No even.
No explanation, just it's awesome.
I read somewhere that sauna also train your ability to sweat. Don't forget that everybody is different, and something that will work for you is not going to work for anyone else, and vice versa. But I think I would get half of a point of availability, you know? It's not something that's available for everybody. Yeah, you have to go places.
Yeah. You've been in the hot? I think it's time to go into the cold.
Okay. Hot cold.
Ice, a whole sheet of ice. What's the temperature?
I can't fit
34? 34 degrees. You gotta go submerge yourself all the way.
Hot cold benefit all your vascular system and increase recovery.
All right, so this cold plunge here is at 34 degrees. We're trying to work on the temperature. For some reason, we can't get it higher. So we're using some smart device to control it instead of the normal little controllers that we have down here. Anyway, 34 degrees is way too cold. He was quite painful in there, but your body has to get used to it if it's gonna be that cold. I would recommend 44 degrees-ish. That's what I like to use. I guess the protocol that I usually use is about a minute and a half in there and then warm, either a warm shower or a hot tub for any amount of time. But usually want to go about a minute and a half to a minute and a half plus and keep on going back and forth 2 to 3 times. It's amazing. 5 stars all around, 5 stars. 5 stars?
Oh, I would give it 6.
6 stars, yeah.
But today my tolerance is low for some reason.
Yeah, because it's too cold. We gotta work on that.
Oh, it's heavy. So I hope you like our review on recovery tools. Yeah, don't rely too much on our professional opinion. Just try it by yourself and build your own experience. I wish you not only fast recovery, but full recovery. But you will never get one if you're not subscribed on this channel.